2 points. 2 points I want to make. 1 point, right? And I thought this, and I heard someone else make this point. I was like, damn, they can't say I stole it because I never said it out loud. I can't say they stole it because I never said it out loud. But it's like they stole it out of my brain and shit. This injury for Julius, right? And Q, I want to ask you about this because you've had a dislocated shoulder, similar to the way he did it playing ball as well. Um, one, um, this it could be a silver lining. I was getting ready to say a blessing in disguise, but it could be a silver lining to this. And I say that because we all know Tibbs runs dudes into the ground. You feel
Yes.
what I'm saying? Julius last year he was hurt with the ankle, but come around playoffs time, Julius doesn't just stop forgetting how to play basketball when the playoffs come. He gets double teamed all year. I don't think first I said the light's too bright for him. I don't believe that's the case. They might be fatigued at certain points, right? Jalen Brunson for sure is starting to look fatigued at certain points. But this could be a rest for Julius, right? He comes back on a month, fresh lit. Now, after the All-Star break, maybe coast a little bit, not as much wear and tear on the body, right?
Yeah.
Right? So think about that for a second. And then the other point I had to make was, listen, I don't give a fuck who we beating. We beat you're supposed to beat the teams they put in front of you. You understand what I'm saying? At the end of the day. I still think we need one more piece. I'm gonna keep beating this drum. Ed, you told me you might have had some inside information. You're hearing something about Malcolm Brogdon. It's like it could be a go. Listen, perfect scenario for me. Perfect scenario, and I think we get it. I think we possibly get a chip.
Ooh.
Brogdon comes over here, right? He goes to the bench. DeMar DeRozan comes over here.
Ooh.
Everybody gets bumped back a spot, and then you throw DiVincenzo on the bench with Brogdon. You feel what I'm saying? So you'll have, or even if we don't get Brogdon, I even think that the way DiVincenzo's playing right now, we might not even need Brogdon. I hate to say that. I think Brogdon could create off the dribble a little bit more and create shots himself. I really like Brogdon's game.
Better ball handler too.
But if DiVincenzo the big ragu continues to play ball like this, and you throw him back on the bench, I think that could work. But you can never argue with depth. So I say that to say this: Brogdon and DiVincenzo coming off that bench with Precious and all them dudes, and Hartenstein, that's crazy. And then you'd have DeRozan and
OG.
OG.
Oof.
Mitchell Robinson might be back. Julius Randle and Brunson.
Oh my God, that's
I know
one.
the Celtics are good. But I like my chances with that. I know y'all gonna call me crazy. Just be respectful in the motherfucking comments, because you know I don't play that shit.
I love that. I love that. One thing though, I would say, and we've been saying this, amongst ourselves, and I think we said it like a couple of times here and there, lightly on the episodes. But in the beginning of the year, we all agreed that we thought that DiVincenzo, the big ragu, like we like to call him, was like a messed up pickup. Like it wasn't going to pan out. But since the trade, he's been.
We thought that. I don't remember us saying that.
Well, in the beginning of the season, we were all like, well, on the same page. Like it just wasn't. Maybe in the beginning of the season, it wasn't working out. Maybe it's just me, and I thought y'all agreed with me in my own mind. But like, I just felt like. So let me just talk for me.
Yeah.
I thought it wasn't going to pan out. I thought the way it was looking like in the beginning of the season, it wasn't a good fit. Like he wasn't. But in his last 5 games, he's averaging 19.8. You know what I mean? 45.3 from three. The last 2 games without Julius, my guy's averaging 30.5. He went 14 for 30 from three in the last 2 games. 46% from three in the last 2 games. That's half of the 3-pointers that he made. Half of the 3-pointers he shot up. You know what I mean?
He says comfortable.
Yeah, he feels comfortable, man.
With his Nova brethren.
You know what I mean? I was watching a video where in college, Jalen Brunson was calling him the Michael Jordan of Delaware. So I'm going to start calling him that, the Michael Jordan of Delaware. Because my man is shooting confidently. And then you forget, he came from the Golden State system. And that's all they do is everybody on that damn system chuck threes. So that gave us a big plus minus for us, for the Knicks, because we needed that. We needed 3-point shooting. And that kid is balling out for us. Like I'm in love with DiVincenzo. Big Ragu, great starter right now for us.
Real quick, last thing on DiVincenzo. This is what I thought when DiVincenzo came. I didn't think I liked the pickup because we always said we needed shooting. It was glaring hole, like we always say against Miami last year and in the playoffs and everything. Even a little bit in Cleveland, even though we shot a little bit better. Glaring hole. We definitely needed the shooting. We definitely needed the spacing, right? I didn't think he would move the needle as much as he has been. And my thing with DiVincenzo was when he came over, I knew Quick was gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We that was the writing on the wall because we had a feeling Quick wanted to go start somewhere, right? He said that before. You know, they didn't re him up. So by them getting DiVincenzo, it was like, okay, we know Quick is probably going to be out of here. They probably wouldn't coexist in that second unit together. But
Yeah.
shooting wise, I'm not even going to say I thought he was going to be this crazy, but shit, wow.
I mean, he's
Big
balling.
Randle, baby.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna be more beneficial, especially if he's doing just if he's doing 15 to 20 off the bench, bro. Yo, that's gonna be the stamp on because like that's all we need. If we can have somebody on our starting team making 15 and 20, and we can pick up all that slack from losing RJ and quickly. Oh man, like because our defense has like played far above superior. You already see OG scoring, Precious is now scoring, Hardenstein is scoring.
Hardenstein is balling, bro. Hardenstein is balling.
It just gets me a little. I'll tell you why I'm worried about Randle, only because one, they haven't really said anything about it.
Yeah,
like, I know they're saying a couple weeks, but like it's really not definitive, man. And look, yo, when I dislocated my shoulder, and obviously I didn't rehab it as well as he is because he's a professional athlete. I didn't have no full-time 24/7 facility with therapists and people to get you to where your shit needs to be and professional, all these crazy doctors. Shit took me a minute to get it back, bro. And at this point now, I need a fucking shoulder fucking replacement. But like I know his obviously gonna be as bad, nowhere near. But if it is the next 4 or 6 weeks, then that's awesome because if it, like you said, if he didn't need a fucking surgery, like he must have not torn anything, and it must have not done real big damage to like his cartilage and the socket around the bone structure and shit because it's something to worry about. And like even though it's just left hand, that shit's important. Right? His left shoulder, I should say.
And he left.
Yeah. And I just feel like them not saying anything is really what's still keeping me at the edge of my seat. Them not giving a definitive answer. It's either they know and they don't want to let everybody else know, or or is it possibly that it's just a little bit worse than what people expect? But I'm really hoping he comes back around the All-Star game because the next 7 games we play before All-Star, I think it's 7 or 8, it'll be a true testament. We got a lot of good teams that we're playing against. We got the Mavericks, we got the Pacers a couple of times. We got the Lakers. We got Lakers in a couple of days. And these are gonna be some teams, like these are gonna be teams that now missing him and OG's back, we're really going to see how well we're going to be able to play because if we still can keep this momentum up without him on the court, as soon as he comes back, like Cash said, he doesn't figure out how to ball. He's going to come a little rusty, but he's still going to throw up 20 at least. And as soon as he picks it up and you got playoff Randle, oh man, it's going to be a wrap. And I really do think that we're a team that's going to be like teams have been scared of us all year.
Yes.
And I feel like the fear is just only rising and they know we're working towards something and they know we're putting pieces together and other good teams are now getting older. Like, the Lakers are soon going to be out of here. Like the Warriors are falling apart. Like, like we have to worry about these young teams, which is good. We got to worry about like teams like the Thunder coming back alive. All these young teams is coming, the Grizzlies and the Timberwolves, and that's what our competition is going to be. I'm not worried about the Heat, the 76ers, and Embiid's always injured. He's injured again, which I'm so happy we don't have him or Cat on our team because I rather even though Mitchell Robinson's always hurt, we have Hartenstein for now. But the teams in the East, I really don't think we're gonna have no issues with them. And look at the Cavaliers have won the same amount of games the Knicks has won in the last 10 games. They're both 9-1, and we're a way more dominant team than them. They don't want to. None of those guys want to see us in the playoffs.
I agree 100%. Yeah, the loss of Randle, I feel like they have been kind of like gaslighting us with the whole scenario. Like I know they're trying to be optimistic and stuff like that, and maybe like you said, it is not that severe. But it is a big loss because the man averaged 24.9 the month of January. 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 47% from the field. You know what I mean? That's big. That's a big loss. Who's going to be that guy? So far, it's been the big ragu, but who's going to be that guy moving forward the next couple of weeks to fulfill that void? For the Knicks, because he's been at the forefront, of the Knicks' success this year. You know what I mean? He's played for the 46 games before he got hurt. You know what I mean? That's 95% of the franchise games he's played 95% of the franchise games since arriving as a free agent in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big loss for us, for somebody who has been healthy for us throughout the years. But the Knicks' future is bright, man. I mean, I'm loving this team. I agree with you. Teams are scared to come to the Garden to play us, even when we go away, man, because our defense is on point. We're shooting threes. We're spacing. That was big. We're passing better. Since the trade, a lot of things has opened up for other guys like McBride, Grimes. As much as we throw him under the bus, he's playing a little bit better. You know what I mean? Like, the Knicks have a top 10 offensive player and a top 5 defensive player, along with an all NBA player in 2 of the last 3 seasons. You know what I mean? They have the best combo center in the NBA, solid role players, and a wealth of draft capital. You know what I mean? And a well-managed cap. So these are not the same Knicks that we saw, like Cash said earlier, from previous regimes, man. So we are forced to be reckoned with. We are here. And like you said, if I could just, keep my mouth shut for a while, everybody is scared of the Knicks right now. Nobody want to fuck with the Knicks. And I love saying that.
Facts. So, and I think Tibbs said it the best about Randle. What did he say in the press conference? He was like, ain't nobody not one person's gonna come in here collectively replace him with 25, 10, and 5.
Exactly.
But collectively as a team, they can, which they have the past 2 games. And as long as we keep that ball rolling in motion, we good to go.
Hell yeah, man.